Hello, it's time for another exciting math video. This is another new video that I've made, the second one in a couple of days. Okay, so at this point, you know how to do many things once you have the k value, once you have the constant of proportionality. You know how to write an equation, you know how to use it to fill in a table, you know how to draw a graph, you know how to answer a question about the situation. But that's not today's lesson. Today's lesson is going backwards on all of that. Given all of those things, how can you find k? So that's today's lesson. Pay attention, see if it makes sense, ask questions when you have them. Okay, ready? First, here is an equation. This is the simplest one because k is the coefficient. And remember, the coefficient is just the number that multiplies the x. So that's k. K is negative 12 sevenths. All finished. Any questions about that one? Good. Let's move on. All right, here is a table. Remember how to get from x to y, we multiply by k. So the inverse of multiplying is dividing. So to find out what k is, all we have to do is pick a y value, put it over the x value, and simplify. I'll choose to use this one, but I'll demonstrate in a moment that it doesn't matter. So all you have to do is y over x. So negative 12 over negative 8. Well, negative divided by negative is positive, so this should be positive. 12 and 8 are both divisible by 4, so I get 3 halves. So k equals 3 halves. Just to demonstrate, it will work with all of them, except of course for 0, because 0 is always equal to 0 in all of these tables that are proportional. Negative 9 over negative 6. 9 and 6 are divisible by 3. I get 3 halves. 15 over 10, divide them both by 5, 3 halves. 27 over 18, 27 over 18, divide them both by 9, I get 3 halves. Doesn't make any difference which one of them you use. All you have to do is y over x and simplify it. But of course, do not turn it into a mixed number. K should always be a fraction. Now, the team lost 4.5 yards per play on the last drive. Well, k is the unit rate. The unit rate in this case is 4.5, but we don't want to use 4.5 because k should always be a fraction, not a mixed number. When you're answering a question, you want to use a mixed number. But when you're finding k, you want it to be a fraction. So 4.5, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. That makes 9 halves. Now, the team lost is losing positive or negative. It's negative. In this case, it is negative 9 halves. Because of that word lost, we know that it's negative. We know it's 9 halves because 4.5 as a fraction is 9 halves. All right, last one. This is a graph. K in this case is the slope. It is the change in y over the change in x. So, here is a point, here is a point. How much up and down does it go? It goes 3 up and down. How much left and right does it go? It goes 5. So the change in y is 3, and the change in x is 5. It is 3/5. Now, is it positive 3/5 or negative 3/5? Well, this is a positive slope going up from the lower left to the upper right. So it is a positive slope, so k is positive 3/5. And that's how you do it. So, very simple. K is slope, which is change in y over change in x. K is the coefficient. K is y over x. K is the unit rate. And that's how simple it is to find K in each situation. Ask any questions that you have.